Hello and welcome to Brain 10. We are on episode 34, 10 plus free resources for small businesses. Brain 10 is basically, we do a show twice a week where we brainstorm 10 ideas. This is
Aaron.
and I'm Christian. And we did that a little bit different than we usually do. So we're going to talk about, we have 12 resources. And then we have an extra one, actually. A lot of these we've talked about in the past, and we just wanted to have, just an episode dedicated for basically services. It's almost kind of like, the show that we do on Fridays. But then again, we're kind of recapping almost and doing kind of like, best of the best for small businesses. And obviously, a lot of these are free. Or at least they have a free trial, so you can, do a lot of the stuff, for free. But also, you can always have, the premium account or like a plus account or something, and pay a monthly fee for better features or more features, basically. All right, and we can go ahead and get started.
I think I have number one. Or no, you have number one. Go ahead.
No, you do.
Okay. Oh, there we go. All right, so number one is something that we've talked about before, like Christian was saying, and I just want to reiterate the fact that this company is growing like crazy, and we use it on a daily basis, and we still have not even upgraded to the paid version. So this company is called Slack, and I'll let Christian put down the answer cue card over here and then the website. So if you guys are not on Slack, I'm guessing most of the people who are in this room or who would watch this know about Slack. If you don't know about Slack, it is a hidden gem, and I don't know how it's hidden anymore, but it's basically communication between businesses, and now we launched last week. We talked about the ability to add people to your channel privately, so that's a really cool feature that Slack has now enabled. But if you want to talk to us a little bit more about it, you can message us.
Right, and I think a lot of the good things about Slack is all these integrations that are coming up. I feel like every week there's some kind of bot or new application that you can integrate with Slack to make it better. Whether it's the ability to call Skype on Slack, or the ability to do have a chat on your website and be able to link it to your Slack. It's just like the possibilities are just endless. It just keeps getting better and better, basically.
Yes.
So number two, this is something that we've talked about several times. It's Canva. I love Canva, and I gotta tell you, like I was not a believer at first. You can say that because I like to design, and I'm always using Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and I was always geared towards that. And you're used to your tools and you use your tools every day, and that's it. If it's something new coming out, you're kind of like hesitant about it. But I gotta tell you, Canva is just super quick to design. If you're on the go and you need to make something really quick for any social media account or anything like that, Canva, it is definitely the way to go. I haven't really explored a lot in Canva, but I do. I have made social media posts. Basically social media posts. But they have the ability to do, ebooks, magazine covers, a lot more stuff, Pinterest, infographics, and all this stuff, which I haven't really played with a lot, but it's just, it's a lot of time. I have it on my iPad. So it's so easy. Just, if you're on the go, making a graphic real quick, you have it right there. And then obviously you have the ability to upload all your graphics and all your branding and all this stuff. So it's super easy just to drag and drop things and resize them, add the text and all that stuff. Obviously, they have the paid items, which I don't ever have the need to use any of that stuff. But for a small business starting out, and you need something looking good, professional, Canva is just the way to go.
Right, and you're able to create professional items with it.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? So the newsletter article or like a PDF or infographic that you create, a cool option is that you can make that a hyperlink. So whenever somebody downloads your PDF, all the links can be clickable as well. So just another feature. But as just a graphic design tool, if you're not a Photoshop friendly person like Christian, it's definitely for the small business user. And like we said, it's free. So, all right. And kind of going along with, now I'm going to skip that one. Actually, it's kind of very similar. So I'm going to skip it to go to, I'll do number 4. We'll just switch flip-flop because I don't want to do, I'll just say it, but the Pablo one is so similar to Buffer or to Canva that, that I just don't even want to put that one on there. So let me skip over that one, and I'll do Hootsuite, and then you can go through it. But I just feel like for Pablo or Buffer, they're really trying to compete with Canva, and if you are really lost, that would be an option, and we can talk about that. But all right, so number 4 is Hootsuite, and it is a social media management tool. They just launched, I think, last summer that you have the ability to use Instagram on there now. However, a little bit more complicated as far as how to post with Instagram. Instagram still loves Instagram, and so you can post, but not really. And with Hootsuite, I believe you can have for up to 2 or 3 accounts. I think I had 2 or 3 accounts before I switched over to another product and started paying for it. But you have the ability to schedule your tweets, your Facebook posts. You can interact with your audience there. You can interact with Twitter feeds. You can get reports. I believe you get 1 free report. But it's just if you're looking at a way to manage your social media and you have a very tight budget, or you want to not spend your money, you want to spend it more frugally, Hootsuite is definitely a route to go compared to Buffer, Buffer, who allows you only, I think, like 10 or so posts per month.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think with Buffer, I mean, it's a little bit different. I don't remember which one's which, but I think the Buffer is the one that you can only have one, for the free version at least, one social media account per social network. Because I know on Hootsuite we have several Twitter accounts, but like on Buffer we only have, be able to have one Twitter account, one Instagram account, and so forth. That's for obviously the free version. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep the number. Well, yeah, number 5, right? Number 5.
Yeah.
Number 5. Number 5. I was actually gonna go with a different one, but it's called. This is for free stock photography, icons, templates, anything you can think of, videos. I believe too, sound bites and stuff like that. It's called allthefreestock.com, and it's just awesome. I mean, I go there all the time, and it's basically. You can search from that website, and it search a lot of other websites. They offer all these, free photos and all that stuff. I was actually going to talk about Pexels, but actually this website, All the Free Stock, search Pexels images and all that. So it was better to talk about All the Free Stock. And I usually do go to Pexels actually. But All the Free Stock is just like more comprehensive. It has a lot of stuff in there. And it's just, it's good for anyone who's, not wanting to pay for stock photography. It's just great. It has a lot of good resources for, anyone, small businesses, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, anyone who's active on social media. Definitely All the Free Stock will be the website I would send them to.
Yeah. Like you said, it searches Pexels. It searches every other option as well. So it's just, I don't know. You could pretty much find anything you need. We were looking for a client on something very specific, like in the healthcare industry, like with skin. And it's, to describe those types of things and getting those kind of specifics, that's kind of a little bit more niche, but we were able to find some stock photos with that. So it can get very niche, and for the regular stuff, like a picture in New York City, if you want a New York City or a motivational or, nature, you have endless, don't ever go pay for those things. And I think with the websites, you can choose which quality you want to download. And it's just a matter of, hey, do you want to donate or not?
Right. And really quick too, also, the guy who created all the freestock.com, his Twitter is Seijo George. And right there on the homepage, you'll see he has like, check out my other projects. He has a lot of good stuff in there too. As far as other websites that he does, as far as like website builders, marketing stuff, SEO tools, brand style, advertisements, CSS. He has a lot of stuff. He has a lot of knowledge, a lot of good quality stuff in there. So if you don't use the free stock stuff, check out his other projects. It's just amazing.
Dang, I didn't know that either. Okay. All right. So number 6 is Mailtrack.io. And this is something, there's a lot of companies out there that do mail tracking. This one is free, which I like. And they're always, sending me an email. I've unsubscribed from their emails because they send too many. So I will do that disclaimer. They send you a lot of emails initially to like, hey, upgrade your system, because that's how they make their money. But what I like about it is it's a 2-step verification. You'll get these 2 green check marks whenever you send an email. The first one is that it's been sent, delivered, and everything's clear. And then the second one is when they open the email. And I've had, I used Hootsuite Sidetrack for a little while, and it was so inaccurate. Like Christian and I were testing it, and he would like open up the email once, and it would tell me like, okay, he opened it. And then it would say he opened it like 13 times. Mm-hmm. It was insane. This one, he opened up the email, and it would tell me like, yes, he opened it up that time. And it's very, very accurate compared to the Sidetrack, and a free version of that. So I really like their ability to track the emails, and their algorithm seems to be a little bit more accurate. I don't know if Christian has that yet or not, but
Mailtrack, yes.
Do you have that on yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just the only thing is it's through Gmail, so we do have we have an Outlook email, so it doesn't mesh well. We might even, I don't know. We'll have to look into that. Or there might be another plugin extension that you can do for Outlook.
Right.
Similar.
If anybody knows about extensions for that, let us know. But I feel like most of the world is using Gmail anyway. Mm-hmm. Even if they have a company.com, they're using Gmail.
All right, so number 7. Okay, number 7, MailChimp. I think, for a lot of people, this is more like preference. I know we've encountered quite a few people who are using Constant Contact or, I don't know, which there's a lot of other ones.
Aweber.
Yeah, Aweber. But, MailChimp, for me, it took me a little bit to get used to it and figure out the template and all that stuff. But once I got past that, it's pretty easy, drag and drop. It's not super complicated. But I was a little bit confused on the whole template thing when you actually start creating like the first campaign and stuff like that. Sorry guys, I'm moving my computer around, but I'm sitting on the floor right now. So MailChimp, it's just an awesome, great tool. Again, it integrates with a lot of CRM systems. It integrates with some of the other tools that we're actually going to talk about towards the end. And
yes,
it's a great tool for you to get started on email newsletters and sending out your campaigns. If you're a small business or entrepreneur, it's a great way to keep track of who opens and who's interacting with your email. So we use MailChimp all the time. We've used Constant Contact, didn't like it very much. Again, with all these, there's always been that learning curve. But I think, at least for us, MailChimp is just the way to go. So
I think the biggest reason that I would say MailChimp, I have a preference over MailChimp compared to like Constant Contact or Aweber, is the fact that MailChimp, I feel, is like still operating like a lean startup, or not a lean startup, but they're always trying to innovate. They're always trying to, one up the competition. Mm-hmm. So like they're making deals with Facebook, they're making deals with SumoMe and other people that we're going to speak about later, but they are always at the cutting edge. And now you'll see commercials on TV about Constant Contact because they're like, dang, we got to catch up. They may be bigger at this point, but I feel like their growth is just in the right direction, and they're more geared towards our demographics as far as people who are trying to grow their business and adapt in all the ways possible. And then their mobile interface, I think, is very, very simple as far as operating on the mobile app side, which I love. So EJ says, got a resource for a great cloud software automating and scheduling Instagram posts and curating via Instagram content if you're interested. EJ, definitely drop that link down there, man. We want to check that out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the next one is called Gramma. Now, this is an app. I believe it is only on the iTunes. Now, what this does is it searches the web or searches Instagram for all the hashtags that you've used. So say you are a small business owner and you want to use hashtag small business. It will find all the relevant hashtags for you, and all you have to do is click on them, and they're copied to a clipboard. And then you copy that and you post that on for your Instagram feed. So you're not having to go and search and figure out, what are the 20, hashtags or the 10 hashtags that are relevant in my industry. You can find out what's trending and what's actually being searched for you, so you can show up for those people. Very simple, very easy to use. That's really its only feature, but I use it like literally every day. So very cool, and it's free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's so easy to use too. Like, you're on your phone, you just type in the general idea or of the picture, and it gives you a whole bunch of stuff, and you just kind of tap and click the ones that you want, and then automatically copy and then paste. Very simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know? I can do number 9 real quick, because if you don't, I think I haven't talked to you. Okay, so number 9 is called Olark. What it is a live chat software for your website. What I like about this one is that it's free. You have, if you're just starting out and you are, you want that live chat, you want to keep your customers engaged and answer their questions, figure out who they are. You get with Olark free live chat up to 20 chat sessions per month. And after that, their beta phase, or not their beta phase, their next step up is $15 a month, which is a lot cheaper than I've seen other companies use. And that is unlimited chat, plus all their pro features with it too. So for $15 a month, you get the chat feature and everything else. However, if you just have a couple of visitors per month and there's not very many people starting chats, if you have 500 to 1,000 people on there and only like 5 or 10 people a month start chats, then you have the ability to do that for free. And that's a free forever, which is I think that's a good marketing tactic, because I really am drawn to the free forever. It's like, I can always have 20 free chats on my website for free. So definitely encourage everybody to check that one out. And they've had pretty good reviews as well as far as customer service. I don't think Christian's really, I don't know if you've played around with that one or not. I know you've heard of it, but you haven't played around with that one as
Yes. Okay. So number 10, it's called appear.in. This is, we found this actually quite some time ago. Never really used it, but it's something that we would probably use in the future. It's basically you create a room, and you can invite up to 8 people and do video conversations. We would probably use it if a client doesn't have, FaceTime or Google Hangouts. A lot of these, sometimes you have to either install software or have an Apple product. So not everyone has an Apple product, although they should. You do. This is it's great. You just basically choose your room name. You click start, and that's it. You share that link with the people that you want to video conference with, and that's it. It's just instant. It's free. You can get up to 8 people in there all together. I know you have a few features as far as having it private, so you can only let some people in, or kind of like by invitation only. But we've used it a couple of times. Nothing for business related really, but it's a phenomenal, great tool, especially because sometimes, like I said, people don't have the necessary software, and all this is just a link, and that's it. I know I've done like GoToMeetings, and I have to install this and install that, and then it's just kind of like a pain sometimes, or even like join.me. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. This is all in browser, and it just works,
Right, and it's really hard to mess up clicking on a link.
Right. So,
yeah, I cannot say enough for. And I'm thinking we're Vic is trolling. AJ says Vic is trolling. Okay, anyway, let's move on here to number 11, which is something I know that our marketing people who are watching the show have heard of. But if you know HubSpot, then you know their quality. So their philosophy is marketing is great, but the resource is what I really want to talk about. They have the ability, or they have the classes for you to take to become marketing certified their way. They have small business classes. They have what all do they have? It's just a bunch of free tools on understanding marketing for free. They give you pamphlets, they give you video tutorials, and then when you finish, you get a certification. Whereas some people, they're going to charge you $200 or $300 to take a certification, and you'll never see that. Mm-hmm. However, HubSpot, they're giving it to you for free. Now, granted, they want you to buy their other services, but it's very extensive. We've taken one class with them so far, and it's very detailed. You take tests afterwards, so you can kind of figure out how you did, figure out what you need to work on, and so I just think it's a really good resource for anybody who needs help with their marketing for their small business. So,
yep. All right, and then number 12, SumoMe. So SumoMe.com. We cannot stress enough how huge this is. SumoMe is just a great tool, basically to get a lot of the website metrics and basically just optimize your website and have the ability to do a lot of things. I believe they offer either 8 to 12 applications within their SumoMe package. But basically, you have things like heat maps where you can install this in your website, and you can tell where people are clicking. Look inside of your website. They have things like welcome mat, where it pulls up a full screen right when you go into their website to sign up for emails. They have a lot of tools out there for small businesses or people who are starting out with their websites, or even websites that are established. They have a lot. Everything is free, but again, when you pay the monthly fees, that's when you get rid of the branding, and you actually have a lot more opportunity to really customize all these things, add your own background images, and really get in-depth analytics and
A/B testing
and all that awesome cool stuff.
Right, it's definitely worth the price. Yeah. As far, I think it's you get all of them for $100 a month or something like that, so it's definitely worth the price. And like Christian was saying, it's the free version of it. You're getting web tools right now that a lot of businesses would charge you like a ton of money. Now, granted, if you do not know how to work SumoMe, that's when you need to hire somebody, even if it is the free version, to tell you what those numbers mean or how to use them. You still have to know how to use the tools. It does you no good if you have a hammer and you don't know, where a nail's at. But the tools, if you have a little bit of knowledge as far as like how to track your analytics or how to create designs to capture lead emails, or what to do with your heat maps, which is telling people, figuring out where people are at on your website, then we probably have talked about SumoMe more than any company on our show, just because their stuff is so good.
Yep.
I feel like we should be getting endorsed by them. We should endorse them. One of the two. But I think that's it. Did you say you had a bonus one? I did not know if you did have a bonus one or not.
No.
Okay. Well, there was a couple bonus anyway, because we said 10 plus, so we gave, I think, 12. Perfect. All right, let's wrap up here. You can, let's do the wrap up, and then we can stick around if anybody has any questions. Or I know EJ sent a link down there. I need to go click on that link as well.
Yes. All right. Well, my name was Christian.
My name was Aaron. Is Aaron?
It's still Christian.
Still Aaron.
This was Brain 10, episode 34. It was 10 free resources for small businesses. A lot of cool information, a lot of cool applications. We are definitely going to put this on YouTube. So if you're watching from YouTube, we actually do this on Blab. So check us out there. Again, this is Brain 10.
Thanks, guys.